It is a great day for gardening, and as much as I would love to garden in my own yard, sometimes it's a lot of fun to be in someone else's space, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to head over to my mom's house, and I'm going to share with you all of the beautiful annuals that are going to soon beautify her garden space. Stick around. These annuals are amazing, and soon they're going to find their home in my mom's garden. She has a lot of containers in her space, and we're also going to plant up a small section of her garden bed in the backyard. But before we head over there, I want to share with you what we have planned and what we're going to plant. In her front yard space on her porch, she has, I believe it's 5 containers there. And it's going to be so much fun to plant them up with this new variety of cuphea. This just came out a couple years ago. I've never grown cuphea before, but this is the totally tempted, I believe it's the vivid violet, if I'm not mistaken. And when it first came, I was a little underwhelmed because it had just a couple blooms on it, and it didn't look like it was going to really fill in. But man, all of these together like this, I mean, it's just really, really beautiful. It says it will grow pretty much about this height and it get a little bit wider. But really, guys, it's such a pretty color, and from afar it really does shine. So I can't wait to get that in their garden space. This is a full sun annual. It requires constant moisture, and it also requires no deadheading, which is also really, really nice. I will probably fertilize this when I'm over there, maybe once a month in those front pots. But there, like here, she has drip irrigation on her front porch, and it really does take the headache out of making sure that these stay nice and happy all season long. That area of her yard is full sun, and it just really does bake over the summer. So I can't wait to see how these do. It's going to be 1 per pot. I am going to plant one other plant below this, so I'll have this towards the back, and then in the front I have this other variety, which is really, really cool. I've never grown a portulaca before, and this is the Mojave yellow, and I thought this is really kind of cool because it's slow growing. It's kind of just now opening up as the sun is coming out. It's a little bit overcast right now, but it's a beautiful yellow color and such a nice vivid brightness in comparison to, or actually in contrast with, the deep, really rich purple orchid color that is on these cuphea right here. It kind of reminds me of a berry color. It's kind of neat, but I thought that would be kind of cool. They're both full sun, and I was going to plant this towards the front. I'll have Ben plant it up towards the front, and maybe it'll like slowly trail over the side of her containers there. And this is drought resistant too, and they do benefit from a little bit of consistent moisture, although this can probably do with less moisture than the cuphea. I'm going to put them together and see how they do, but I think it's going to be really pretty to have these two in the same container, especially with just a little bit of texture difference and that spill over the side. Haven't done that in a long time. Now, when I ordered my portulaca, I ordered all yellow, but they also sent me some of this Mojave mango, which is an orange. And you know, even though we don't typically put orange and this berry color together, I think it'll be just fine. It'll still be a nice contrast, and I'm going to use it up anyways, and it'll look beautiful. Who could ever complain about pretty flowers? So I think that's going to be fine right there. Then I have this really nice SunPatient right here. I've grown this in my back narrow bed before, and this has done extremely well. This is a vivid, I believe, let me just look at the color on this. This is a compact rose glow, and it's really, really, really bright fuchsia pink. And then the last thing that we'll be planting in her containers along the block wall is this really beautiful, luscious Royale lemon tart variety of lantana, and this stuff loves to bake in the sun, and in that spot of her yard against that wall, it really does heat up and get super intense. She's had some lantana in there before. I believe it was the pina colada variety from Proven Winners, and it did great. It grew about 36 inches tall or more, filled in the whole container. So I think by planting one of these and nothing else with it, I think it'll be just fine and definitely appropriate, because man, these things go crazy, especially in the heat of the summer. And look at it, it's already blooming. It's so beautiful. And this bloom, this yellow bloom, is going to be a little bit more vivid than what she had in there before. And you know, it's time for a change. So this is going to do great. I mean, look at how healthy this is. It's going to look kind of small at first, but in no time, it's going to fill up that container beautifully and really make a statement. And she has 5 of these back there. She has 5 containers. So along that wall, having all the same color, I think it's going to really draw the eye back there, as yellow does in any garden. All right, so let's get my potting soil that I purchased for her all loaded up, get these loaded up, and we'll head over and get things planted, and we'll show you how it looks when we're all done. Okay, so these pots are going to be the first things that we plant up over here. We put the potting soil next to each one so we don't have to haul it all over the place. But these pots are like a composite material. They're pretty light, but they're double walled, so they really do retain the moisture. And I, a couple of years ago, drilled 5 or 6, actually 6 holes in each one of them so that they don't fill up with water or they don't get clogged. And they kind of do sit above the soil just a little bit because the brick that she has in this area really does kind of keep it from like getting clogged on the bottom, keeps it open and keeps the water flowing, which is really nice. These are probably about 24-inch containers and they come up quite high, and it's going to be really nice. Once we get that lantana planted in here, one right in the center, it's just going to fill this whole area and it's going to look like complete round domes of yellow blooms. So pretty. We're going to get this planted up and Ben's going to help with that. So that's what we're going to do, and I think it's going to be really nice. Let's get started. So that was really fun getting the backyard planted up, and we ended with those really nice SunPatiens. And I think on that side of the house, which is the north side here, I think it's going to be absolutely perfect because they did really well, like I said before, on our east side where I got about the same amount of sun. So I don't know if you can hear me with the wind chimes, but these containers are great, and they're going to be the perfect home to the cuphea and the portulaca, and they're on risers, which is really nice because that allows me to run the drip through the drainage hole right here. And these little terracotta risers are really, really nice because it lifts it up off of the ground, and then it doesn't kink the drip irrigation line underneath. And she doesn't have to worry about watering these plants at all. It'll all be taken care of automatically. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cuphea in the center. It's going to be a little off-centered. I'm not going to put the cuphea all the way back because it needs a little bit more sun than partial sun, so it's not reaching. So we're going to plant that smack in the center, and then it's going to look a little off balance from up here, but from the front it'll look nice and full. That cuphea will just fill in the container, and hopefully the portulaca will just trail over the sides slowly and give us a nice contrasting color. All right, so Ben's going to get these all planted up, and here we go. Okay, I was telling Ben, this is so satisfying now that the job is all done. It's so great to see the plants in here. I know that it's weird just to have one, but they're not too small. I've seen plants in a situation like that that are much smaller than this, but they're pretty nice size. They've grown out in their cans a little bit since I received them, and I think it's going to be perfect. And you can tell how beautiful that bright yellow color is going to be once it is totally engulfed in blooms, and you look down the line and you see all of these just mounding beautifully. I love how this turned out. We also planted some SunPatiens over here, and the air conditioner is running, so I'm going to try to stand over here so it doesn't get too distorted. But I trimmed back her camellia right here, and I think these SunPatiens are going to be beautiful. Like I said earlier in the video, this is the north side, so when the sun comes up from the east, this area bakes all the way up until right about 1 o'clock or a little bit later. So it has to be something that can handle that heat, and I think these SunPatiens are going to fit the bill. The color is so vibrant, and I think it looks really beautiful against her house along with the brickwork right here, and they will really fill in. I mean, when I planted these in my backyard, they were probably about this high, and they'll just kind of mound and maybe even come over just a little bit, but not too much. She'll just maybe have to trim it just a little bit here so she can access her hose, but it's going to flank that area just beautifully and soften the look of her hardscape right here. Okay, let's check out the front, which is my favorite. These containers, along with my mom's hardscape, really make anything that you plant in this area beautiful. I mean, if you look down the line, it just kind of reminds me of a berry color, and it's so pretty, especially for the summer. I think it's going to be beautiful. The portulaca in the front is going to drape over the side, and this cuphea hopefully will encourage some hummingbirds to come this way, because I hear that cuphea is a big time pollinator attractor along with hummingbirds, because they have that trumpeted throat behind the flower head, and I think that's exactly what the hummingbirds are looking for when they're trying to find nectar. So this is really beautiful, and if they fill in and they continue to bloom like this, man, it's going to look gorgeous. Let's take a look from the other side. Okay, this is one of my favorite views. That berry colored cuphea alongside the Superbena cashmere, I think, is just such a pretty contrasting color. You have the deep rich berry here, and then you have that really nice baby pink that fades to like a creamy white. These were planted last season. We never cut these back once, and look at them, they just came back beautifully. They're attracting pollinators, and they look a little bit overgrown, but they are just totally loaded with color. So I think what I'm going to do in about a week or so is I'm going to trim these back to really encourage new growth, new fresh growth, and even more blooms. And I just think, you know what, guys, this is going to be absolutely beautiful. She's going to definitely enjoy seeing these flowers bloom on her front porch, and the conversations that it might bring when people pass by and they want to talk about these beautiful flowers. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video of us planting up my mom's beautiful house with these gorgeous annuals. And until next time, thank you for watching. Bye, everybody.